Devin.
Kawila Sports welcomes you back inside Ka'ulahea Nui o Komoku Gymnasium on the beautiful campus of Kamehameha, Maui, as we bring to you tonight another exciting MIL Division I Girls Volleyball match featuring the Sabers of Maui High School and your Kamehameha Maui Warriors. Aloha ahiahi kako, I'm Clarke Tuitele. Joining you this evening and alongside of me tonight is a fellow colleague and a very good friend of mine, Mr. Lemoe Tua, or as he's more affectionately known here on campus, to his haumana, Coach Tua.
Mahalo, mahalo, Brother Clarke. Aloha mai kākou. It's good to have call a game with you tonight.
First time, huh?
It's our first time, so
First time.
please forgive us if we murder any names or say something that's inappropriate. We try to keep that on the low. But it is great to be here tonight, and thank you to all the people that are around us for having us.
Yes, and you know, just to start off, we want to first recognize the students that are responsible for putting together our live stream of Kawila Sports. They are a part of the Kamakakua broadcast media classes here at Kamehameha Schools Maui. They produce a morning announcement show on Tuesdays and Fridays, which covers weekly happenings at our kula, as well as highlighting student-created content. This sports show is the second endeavor that is on their plate, producing a professional-looking sports show of home sporting events. We usually have 10 to 11 haumana on staff for each home game. They run everything from cameras to graphics to audio. Great job, guys.
That is interesting. Hopefully it's something that would lead to a career in broadcasting. I know that some of them are doing this just to get that experience,
Yeah,
I would think. And hopefully it's something that they are interested in. And I, for one, am not one of those guys because I'm kind of shy of the camera there. But I would rather do this behind the scene. But these kids are amazing, especially for their kumus as well that's leading this broadcast.
Totally. You never know what these types of experiences will lead to, you know?
Exactly.
Like you said, might lead to a side job, a second career, or
Good
even
career.
a major goal for them. you know?
Amen. Amen.
All right, well, on to the match at hand. And we've got ourselves a good match tonight. Our Warriors are taking on the Sabers of Maui High School. And this should be a fun and exciting night of volleyball, Tua.
Should be amazing.
Yeah. We've got some fans in the stands, finally, for the first time
Oh, my goodness.
in a while. And it just seems like everyone is excited here. Great to have noise in the gym. Great to see parents, huh?
You know, it's a slow process, I would think, with COVID and everything. But I am just very thankful. God bless that we're finally at least having some fans in the stands.
Yeah, from
And
what
more so the parents.
from what I understand, it's 2 parents per player,
Per player.
that are allowed to come inside, huh?
All right. And we're so like I said, it's a transition, hopefully, to get a full stadium or a full gym at one point.
Yep,
All
hopefully.
right. So last week, our Warriors were able to beat Naali in 4 sets on Tuesday, but came up a little short against the Lunas in 5 sets on Thursday. Their record currently sits at 2-2 and hungry for a win tonight. They're hoping for big games from their big hitters, Kylie Kramer, Gates, and Fukui.
Fuquay, my brother,
All right.
Fuquay.
That is such a very hard name, and we had her as a student.
We had her as a student.
So that's why I just call her Hi'i. Enough said.
And that's the fun thing about this match, yeah?
Yep.
This is the first time that both of us are together doing this. And at least half of these players are former students of ours.
Former students of ours.
Yeah.
And look at them. You know, when they graduate from elementary, we kind of forget them. But, you know, being up here, I do the weight room sometimes, and I'm seeing how they've matured.
Yeah.
And being a student athlete at this level, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult. But that's what we try to praise that as far as being well-rounded.
I hear you. I hear you. It's great to always see them get bigger and taller, at least taller than me. You know?
They're trying to catch up to me. At some point, I'm sure I'll be looking up too.
So as you guys can tell, we are not the A team. Okay? That's Kevon and all those other guys.
Yep.
We are the B team, right, my brother?
We're the B team.
The B team. Don't leave me hanging, man. Come on.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
See, that's why we're B team. We're kind of trying to connect over here, you know, flow, just trying to flow. So bear with us. Hopefully we're being a good program tonight. And, you know, make Kevon proud. Kevon. Make Kevon proud.
Kevon, yeah. Kevon, he's the man. So let's quickly take a look at some of the standings here, the current MIL standings. Baldwin sits atop as the only undefeated team. They're 4-0.
Awesome.
Lahaina Luna,
They're doing
the
amazing.
Lunas are 3-1. They're in second place. Kamehameha Schools Maui, our Lady Warriors here, are right there in the middle.
Right there in the middle.
Even split, 2-2.
Exactly.
Maui High is right after them at 1-3. And King Kikalike sits last at 0-4.
So right now, it looks like between Maui High and Kamehameha, they're looking for the third place winner so far at this time in the season. And right now, they only played each other once. This will be their second time,
This will
would
be
it?
their second time. This is a
Okay.
rematch.
Uh-huh.
From what I understand, the Warriors outlasted Maui High in 5 sets, I believe, last time. So
Is that right?
this should be a
Wow,
good match.
should be a good match. Very good.
You know, we had a chance to speak to Coach Jenkins, Evan Jenkins, another one of our colleagues.
Right?
He teaches at
We are
elementary
well
with us.
represented here
That's
in
right.
elementary.
We were talking to him about some of the keys for tonight's game. So let's see what he had to say.
Okay.
Key number 1, tighten up the passing.
So what does that mean, tighten up the passing?
Well, simple. You
I'm
know-
looking at football right now, but
Yeah.
volleyball, passing, I guess, is very important. Because why? What does that set up?
What's key? If you cannot serve and you cannot pass, you cannot score. It doesn't matter
Makes
how
sense.
hard you hit the ball, how good of a hitting team you have. If you cannot pass the ball, you cannot control the ball, and therefore you won't be able to score.
You know, I thought there was a very simple game. Pass, set, and hit. But like you say, the passing has got to be there.
Got to be key. A good pass will allow the setter to have different options. A great pass is right there in the middle, in the front, which will give them their array of options. A 4 on the outside, a 2 or 1 in the middle, and a 5 backsetting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Key number 2, Coach Tua. That's what Coach Jenkins says. Keep pushing the middle.
Now, I've watched one game, and Makamai seems to be amazing in the middle. She knows when to dink. Is that a word?
Yeah.
You know,
you
it's
got
just
it.
to run over. And sometimes she's still working on her timing, I think, as far as hitting it just straight down. But other than that, she's getting really into it. She's almost to a point where, you know, it's like the back of her hand.
Yeah. Keep pushing the middle. This is key, because if you can establish the middle, you create one-on-one mismatches on the outside. If you can't pass, the middle blocker can easily read where the ball's going to go, creating a double block, and we don't want that, right?
Right.
So if you keep the middle honest and keep setting the middle, eventually you'll be able
You
to
have
fake them,
options.
set outside, set
Right.
backwards, and again, one-on-one
Understandable.
matchups. Yeah.
And I can only relate this to football, where if you keep running, it'll open up the pass,
There you
and
go.
vice versa, right?
Yep.
So awesome. That's a good key.
Yeah.
Good key.
You know, like every other sport, every other game, it's like a game of chess.
So true.
It's like a game of
So
chess.
true.
You have to set up what you're going to do, be consistent in that effort, and you'll reap the benefits. Yeah. 2 more keys, my brother.
All right.
2 more keys.
All right.
Key number 3, covering free balls and converting them into points.
Free balls. Now, how does that work? Free ball.
Yep. Free balls, very simply said, is that on the third attack, if no one is really going to jump and attack the ball and they're just going to pass it over,
Okay.
you'll notice that it's a free ball. It should be the easiest one to convert. It should lead to a great pass, which again will lead to a bunch of
Hopefully a point.
options for the setter to
Right.
create mismatches again. Yeah.
Now, I noticed that whenever there's a free ball, they would like to free ball it back to the corner side, in the corner back.
Oh yeah, and this is why. Because whenever there's a free ball, you'll see the 3 at the net say free ball, they'll back up getting ready to attack. And typically the setter will play the back right position. She's going to the front, which will leave that spot vacant. So most people on a free ball or some kind of down ball, they'll push it to the back corner where their setter is because the setter's coming up to get that.
Wow, that is amazing play.
So here we go. Last key to the game. Playing good defense, communicating with each other, and just having great teamwork.
You know, they always say that defense wins games, but I would say offense because I'm an offensive player. If you have a good attack on offense, there should be no defense, right? But defense, really, if you have like a rallying point, you know, and it's like going back and forth, defense is what wins that, I would think.
Totally. You know, there comes a point where the offense becomes fatigued. They become frustrated. You don't have to have the best attackers, but if you can keep the ball in play enough and keep a long rally, they'll get tired. And so that just, again, deflates the momentum, deflates their spirits. There you go, playing good defense.
Yep, and communication, I see sometimes where the ball is in the air, and they're like looking at, okay, who's going to get it? So is that where the communication comes in? Like, my ball, step out.
You got to talk. You have to talk. You can't just be looking at each other. And you'll see that. You'll see coaches telling the players, it's you. Go talk to them. Encourage them. Lift your spirits up, even if you don't get the point. Good communication is key.
Makes sense. And that teamwork, well, what sports does not have that, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if they're teamwork, that means they're gelling. Yeah? I mean, there is no ifs and buts. It's like synergy. Can you believe I just said that word, synergy? Dude, what does that mean?
That's a big word for a Samoan.
For a Samoan.
For someone that's a big word.
I need a napkin to wipe my nose because I think it's bleeding, you know? But synergy, again, when you have that bond, that understanding, that there is no way there's no need for anybody to say anything because you already know what to do.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And if you have that, that's teamwork, big time.
Totally. And that's a classic example where 1 + 1 = 3. Right?
Amen.
There you go.
Love it.
Here you go. Look at us, 2 Samoans over here, acting like we all smart in volleyball.
Yeah, we're just brother from different mothers.
Well, Tua, before we get started with the game action, we just want to announce our team captains for the Warriors.
Okay.
Jackie Brandon and Mahie Dean.
Now, I know that Mahie is one of our former students. You know, again, we're coming from elementary, and half of the team is elementary students that we've had. Yeah. And they were like little children, and here they are, student athletes and looking like women that are going on to the next level, you know? And Dean, of course, is part of our kids. So I'm just thankful that they're here, they're playing. They are student athletes. I mean, that is hard in itself, right? To be a student athlete. So incredible.
Totally. It is great to see former students out here. But again, student athletes, that's what it's all about. You have to be a student before you are an athlete.
Exactly.
If you're not qualified in the classroom, you won't be able to play, right?
Right. That's how it works.
This is awesome. We're here watching the Warriors warm up. The Sabers just completed their warm-ups. I'm trying to watch for who has a heavy hand. I want to know who the go-to player is for the Warriors tonight. Yeah.
Even for Maui High. You know, again, this is our first time actually seeing the game.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's a work in progress. You know, we're actually seeing for the first time to see who are their go-to people, like you say, and who are the person that's going to really control the defense.
Yeah. And let me tell you, as a former player, what typically happens is after we're done warming up, even though our coach is talking to us, we are watching the other
opponent,
team.
Right?
Yeah, we want to see who hits the hardest. We want to see who jumps the highest.
That makes sense.
We want to see who we need to key on.
Exactly.
So I'm sure that's what the Sabres are doing right now as the Warriors are warming up.
You know, but the thing is that sometimes you watch the warm-up, they're so good at that.
Yeah.
Come game time, it's a different situation, altogether.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you either got to show up, you got to play, or it's like stage fright, you know? And sometimes that happens. You know,
I'm telling you right now, it's easy to hit when no one's blocking you on the other side of the net.
So true. You look good, don't you?
Okay, guys.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it with our pre-game show. We're going to wrap this up right now. We hope you guys enjoy the action with Tuitele and Tua here on the mic.
All right.
In just a few moments, we'll go ahead and announce the game.
I said this is what we hold them. This is what we fight. This is what they die. On these pads, boys. Oh, no prisoners. No mercy. Tonight we die in hell.
Aloha and welcome back to Game Action here. You can hear us in the background. I'm here, Kevon, doing the introduction for both teams. We see a good mixture of mostly upperclassmen here for both squads. It's great to see the Warriors on their, with their starting lineup there on the back line. And as you just heard, first-year head coach, actually really second-year head coach, Coach Evan Jenkins, and he's assisted by Kamehameha School's Maui class of 2013 alumni, Sienna Davis. You know, I say second year because last year they did have a team. They never really had a season. So in essence, it's been 2 years in the making.
COVID has really put us in a bind as far as athletics in Maui.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm sure around the world as well.
Yes, yes. Well, I'm excited too. Let's see what these girls bring to the table.
It is amazing to actually be here to commentate and to see the players playing.
Yes.
And actually have fans on the other side, parents only for now. But just loving the atmosphere. Hopefully have a good game tonight.
Oh, me too. I'm loving it. You see the Lady Warriors, they're huddling up in the middle. Looks like Maui High Sabers will have the first serve, and going back to the service line, we have number 5 for the Maui High, McKenna Reese Schran. Oh, excuse me. Jazeel Altura. And here's the opening serve. Number 5 goes back with a little jump float. Passed by Mahie Dean. And Bruce back sets it. A great dig over the net. Punched over by Kaili Kramer and down on the floor. Point Warriors. Fuquay, number 13, is back to serve for the Warriors. We have a good pass by the libero. Set to outside, number 11. Hits it down and dug up nicely by Kamehameha. And that ball hit off the tall hands of Maui High Sabers and lands out. Another point for the Warriors.
That's a joust on the net, is that correct?
Well, kind of. I mean, a joust is usually when they both hit it at the same time. This one, she actually tooled it off someone's hand.
Understandable.
Outside to number 11, who rolls it just over the outstretched hands of Kaili Kramer in the middle. And Bruce, number 7. That's the first point for the Sabers.
And that was a point by Tava Miller, number 11, for Maui High.
Dinisi, number 3, back to serve for the Sabers. A lefty with a line shot off the hands of number 15, Kayla Frias, and that's an ace serve. Another point for the Sabers.
So an ace serve is when it's not returned.
Exactly, off the hands.
It could be on the
out
floor.
or hits the ground, yep.
Got it.
Back to serve again, number 3 for the Sabers, and that ball is long. A point for the Warriors on that.
And like any sports, the beginning is always getting the kinks out, getting loose.
Sure, you know, they might be a little nervous to play, especially in front of fans.
In front of fans now, yeah. First time.
And here's number 11 again with a down ball. Kaili Kramer digs it. Dean is the one that hits it wide, but off the hands of Maui High, who tries to do a free ball over, but again, miscommunication.
Miscommunication, yep.
That should have been an easy pass over. Makamai Kaili Kramer with the serve. The Warriors up 4-2. A good pass by number 13. And number 4, Reese Strands. We have a net violation on the Warriors. That will be a point for the Maui High Sabers. Inching back to 3-4. Reese Strands back to serve for the Sabers. She looks across, and with her left-handed serves, Haley Bruce, setter for the Warriors, back sits it over, and the Warriors are back on the offense, and a miss hit by number 10. That was Leilani with that swing. but a miss hit resulting in a point for the Sabers. We're all notched up at 4 to a
Very interesting.
number 4 for the Sabers. Once again, serves it over. Proust with the set, backside, and it's a 4-hit violation. The ball did not cross the net or touch anyone. That's a point for the Sabers, and they take the lead for the first time tonight, 5-4.
And Leilani Gates is one of their main hitters, so I'm thinking she's still getting the rust out.
And serves it, and Gates passes it to Proust, who sets it up for Dean off the hands and out. Point to the Warriors. And that's a great example of hitting high hands, you know? Hitting high hands and hitting it off.
Would you say
Off the
that's a
blockers.
called hit?
Excuse me?
Is that a called hit, or is it hopefully they hit their hand high?
No, you know, it just depends on the sequence. It depends on who's blocking and who's hitting.
Understandable.
And in for the Warriors, Leimana Purdy and Jackie Brandon.
And Lemoe is one of our setters, or
Yes,
one of
she
the
is.
Kamehameha setters.
Purdy serves it over. And they set to number 11 outside, who hits a down ball over. Number 11 outside again and off the hands of Hi'ile Fuquay. That will result in a point. And that's a good rally there, you
That
know?
was a great rally.
You see both sides keeping the ball in play. Looks like number 11 is their go-to player
So
for
far,
Maui
so
High,
far.
huh?
Yep.
Tava Miller. And speaking of Miller, she's back to serve now for the Lady Sabers. Maui High Sabers up with the score of 6-5 on the Warriors. Miller serves it over. Purdy backsets Brandon, who goes down the line and off the hands. We have a free ball here for the Warriors. Kayla Frios, the libero, gives it to 14. And here it is, establishing the middle. Great dig. The ball is set over and back set here to Brandon, who once again takes something off of it. Great rally we got here, Gutua. Number 6 hits it over. It's a free ball. Purdy again decides to set the middle. And Haven De Silva, number 17, dinks it over. No one's there to watch that little hole in the defense.
And can you believe it? Haven is the only freshman on the varsity team.
Yep,
for
only
Kamehameha.
freshman, starting at middle blocker.
And of course, Haven's little brother, Ryder, hopefully someday will be up there as well.
Yeah, shout out to you, Ryder, if you're watching. Back to the action. Kamehameha gets the ball. Set to Haven De Silva in the middle. Almost miscommunication again. Number 15 for Maui High hits it hard. The Warriors keep it in play. And it's a free ball for the Sabers. Ball is outside and hit
Hits it long.
long. We're looking at the referees and the linemen. No touch. That's a point for the Warriors. 7-6. Warriors up. Mahie Dean back to serve for the Lady Warriors. It's a jump float serve deep to the middle. A good pass, a back set 5. Dug up by Purdy. Fia sets the ball up. It's a down ball by Dean. We're looking at another free ball for the Warriors. A good pass to the middle. Set up to Haven De Silva, who hits it. And it's dug, but back over to the Warriors. Back set to Jackie Brandon. Off the hands and still saved. Great cover. Hi'ile with a hard hammer, but it's dug up by the Sabers. And the ball's up. What a rally we got here, huh?
What a rally. I'm tired looking at it.
It looks like a down ball here. Ball's kept in play. Coach Evan Jenkins backs up. And the Warriors have to just hit it over. It's a free ball for the Sabers.
Off the hands.
Off the block here, and the ball's still going. Fuquay with the swing, dug up easily in the back row. And the setter hits it over. Purdy goes back row. We have a quite back row attack by Mahie Dean in the back. Off the hands of the Sabers.
I'm going to
That's
need a
point for the
towel.
Warriors.
That was a long rally. That was beautiful.
Great job playing with both teams. Keeping
Yeah.
the ball in play.
That
You don't
is-
always have
that
to
is
pound it as hard as you can.
Right.
Just keep the ball alive.
Keep it ball. Yep. Exactly.
And just there, Mahie Dean with a miss serve. Falls
that-
straight to the floor.
Would that be considered an error?
Definitely. Service error there for Mahie Dean. Point to the Maui High Sabers. And going back to serve for the Sabers, number 13, Amber Donnelly. Great pass by Frias. Hit over by De Silva. And the Warriors and the Sabers on the attack. Dug up by Mahie Dean. Haven De Silva hits it off the hands. Great dig, great cover
That is
by
amazing.
Leimana
cover.
Purdy. Back to the action. Purdy gets it to Jackie Brandon. Amazing defense we see here, Tua.
These are long rallies.
Yes.
I'm going to need a timeout after this.
Fuqua goes cross court.
What a
and
way
hits
to end
the ball
it.
down.
What a way to end it.
Point Warriors.
Somebody just hit it down so we can get a break. But that was beautiful rally.
You know, that's a great example of having good vision, knowing where to hit it on the court where somebody isn't.
Is that called peripheral?
If you want to say that,
Okay,
sure.
that is amazing peripheral.
And number 3 for Maui High Sabers, Kealohi Denisi. Has a hitting error there, doesn't go over. Point Warriors. And the Warriors up by 3 now, 10-7. Freers back to serve. Hits it over, dug up by number 13. And number 11 with a great hit, but an
Nice
excellent save there by Mahia-Dean. Fuqua downballs it over, but wide and just out.
Just outside.
Point to the Maui High Sabers.
The stamina to keep a rally like that. There was like 2 rallies going.
I tell you, it isn't easy.
It's
The longer the
amazing.
rally goes, the more tired you get. Mahia-Dean with the pass. Fuqua with a hard hit down the line and off the hands of number 6, Sharon Segra for the Sabers.
I got to say, that's
a
what I
great
look
point.
for. I look for those hits to end a rally. You know, not this mistake or error. Just to
Totally.
finish it with a nice hit.
And coming in for the Warriors, number 7, Haley Pruce to set. And number 10, Leilani Gates.
Of course, Haley Pruce is a second setter.
Haley Pruce with the little jump serve cross court, dug up by number 13. And a good block there, and that little dink by number 3. We have the blockers of Makamaika Ili Kramer and Ile Fuqua there.
It is amazing that you have to have good eye-hand coordination for that to happen, to actually see the ball and actually, you know, make that block.
Oh yeah, and you have to be able to read what the
Read it.
setter on the opposite side is
Exactly.
doing.
Exactly.
Number 11 set from the back row. A little too much mana on that one, huh?
Too much mana?
Ball goes out,
Too much spinach salad?
and that's a bunch of 4 or 5 points all in a row.
That's our
13-8.
First time out.
So because of that, Coach Kawila Hopo calls a timeout to try to stop the bleeding there.
So far, so good. I mean, it's an up-and-up game, but it just depends on who has the less mistakes.
Exactly.
That's what it is, right?
And you know, we were talking about this earlier. Playing good defense, controlling the ball.
Controlling the ball.
We don't always have to have the hardest hitters.
Nope.
We always swing as hard as we can. Keep the ball in play. Let the other team make the mistake.
And having good peripheral.
Good peripheral vision.
Yes, yes.
No, you know what you're saying is true. You need to be able to have
Vision
eyes
of the
on
whole court.
everywhere. You need
Exactly.
to know what's happening, whose responsibility it is to be where the pukas are on the other side of the
Exactly.
court, where the setter is at all times. That's key. If the setter is in the front row, you have the setter in the front row, you know that there's only 2 attackers in the front.
So true.
And therefore at the
That's
middle,
right.
you can kind of cheat and play the middle and the outside.
Amazing.
The setter's usually on the weak side hitter.
Interesting.
Back to game action, hit over, and that overpass was hit over and kept alive by Maui High. Going back to Fuqua on the outside, and she is roofed. Great block there by number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, Kealohi Elani Dinisi. She's a junior out of Maui High School. Great job reading that. Good way to extend your arms and to press and get that ball straight down.
Well, she looked 6'7" when she was fully extended.
Service over by the Sabers, number 5. Fuqua off the hands. Oh, but the Sabers just can't control that. Again, communication, needing to know when to talk. Point goes to the Warriors there. You know, Fuqua seems to be their all-around player here.
Yep.
Playing all rotations.
So all around is like all different positions, except
Sure.
setter.
Basically, you're never subbed out because you're able to serve well, you're able to pass well, you're able to play defense well, and you can attack from the back row as well. Huh?
Man, her stamina is up there then, right? I mean, to be in the court, and never come out, that is incredible.
You know, must be the elementary PE teacher. Huh?
You know, I love that guy. You know, I know him. I know him. I should introduce you to him.
And number 4 for Maui High with that great left-handed swing cross court, but dug out by the Warriors. Ile Fuqua with the down ball over. Number 11 with the hit, Teva Miller. Dean with the attack off the tape and off the outstretched arms of number 6.
Oh, goodness. Sometimes the net
Sharon
is on your
Seagram.
team as well, you know?
Hey, you know, it's a game of up and downs.
Up and down.
If you can strategically hit it off the net with that top spin,
Right.
hopefully it'll go over. Fuquay back with the serve. Wakamai Kaylee Kramer with that cover, and it's a double hit.
Double hit.
By the Sabers. We have a point there for the Warriors.
I know for a fact that our top middles are all basketball players as well.
Exactly, and that's one of the keys. You know, when you're a volleyball coach, when you need to recruit, the first place you go to is where?
Basketball.
Basketball team.
Yep.
They already have footwork, they have height.
Yep.
Just a matter of teaching them the kills. And right there you see a wonderful, great swing by number 11, Mahia Dean, off the hands of the Sabers. Good swing, good contact, right there in the back row. Excellent job, Kamehameha.
Good job.
Fuquay back to serve. And that will be an ace. A service error there by number 13 on the Sabers. Number Donnelly. Timeout, Sabers.
Man, that's the second one right there. All right, a whole lot of talking to right there, but that's how it is. You know, you call a timeout as a strategic time in order to stop that momentum. Is that correct?
Totally. Volleyball is a game of momentum and spurts.
Now, we did mention that it's like chess game,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And it's trying to cut off your opponent at the right moment.
Yeah. And you know,
that's one
in
of the
chess, in order to be a good chess player, because I love chess myself, you never attack with a single piece. You can never just go in with your queen.
Right.
You have to attack with multiple pieces.
Multiple
your
pieces.
queen and your bishop.
Right.
Your queen and your rook. You know?
Yep.
You also have to have your line of defense. You have to have your pawns lined up. In that same manner, you have to be, you cannot just rely on the same player the whole time.
Right,
You can't
right.
just have one key cog.
It's your
You
pieces
have to
all
be
over the board, right?
multifaceted
So
on
true.
offense.
So true. Yeah, that's why I don't play chess. I just put a hammer to it.
Fuquay with the serve as we get back to action. Overpass hit by Dean and kept alive by Maui High. We have a free ball here. It was placed strategically by Miller.
Wow. Oh, and
We have
also
a
it's a great hit.
violation over the center line underneath the net by the Warriors. That point will go to the Sabers. But
That
that's
was
a great
beautiful
attack.
hit.
Yeah,
That was
good
a
idea.
nice set, right? A nice pass, set, and hit.
No, totally. And that's the right idea. That's what you want to do.
Yep. Sounds simple, but it's very difficult.
And Bruce sets the middle on that one, but you know, Makamai Kaili Kramer really wasn't expecting that. She wasn't ready, and therefore she hit under the ball, which went with an upward trajectory and out.
It almost looked like a home run, wasn't it?
The clay pigeons, huh? A good serve by the Sabers.
Ooh.
Not able to handle it by the Warriors, and that will be 4 hits on the Warriors. Point to the Sabers.
Okay, slow getting up is Frias.
Yeah, Kayla Frias looks like she's getting up a little gingerly. I don't know if she slipped out back there trying to get that ball.
Yep.
Perhaps you have a wet spot on the ground.
Well, I think it was an awkward save on her part. So, yep. Flexibility, that's another thing to have. And all these girls have it. It's just, sometimes it's just too flexible.
Hopefully she's feeling better.
Yep.
In for Kayla Frias in the back is number 17 for the Warriors. Haven De Silva is playing back row. Serving over the net for Maui High. Bruce goes to the outside hitter, Dean, and off the outstretched hands of number 3.
Nice
The
hit.
point will be for the Warriors.
Now, if the game is like that, pass, set, hit like that, it's too easy. You know? I mean, but other than that, it's a great game.
And you know, as a coach, that's exactly what you want.
Right.
Pass it, hit.
That's it.
The Sabres go to number 11. Tava Miller with that kill. That's a nice looking swing. And just like that,
Yep.
pass it, hit.
That's it.
Just like what we're talking about. Great
Keep
job,
it simple.
Maui High.
Keep it simple.
Number 4 for the Sabres, Reese Schranz back with a left-handed serve.
Southpaw.
Dug up by number 10. And with the dink over is Haven De Silva. Down ball for Maui High, controlled by the Warriors. And Dean attacks it, but she goes cross-court, dug up. And number 11, Miller, Tava Miller for the Maui High Sabers with a great cross-court shot
Miller's got the heavy hand.
off the block.
Yep. She's placing it pretty good.
Good swing and good hit by Miller. Ooh, that ball was out, but kept in play by the Warriors. Muhyiddin just kind of takes something off and hits it over. The setter for Maui High Sabers, number 6, gets that ball over. And number 10 goes up off 1 foot for that attack. Tava Miller with the swing and down the middle.
Wow.
Right in the crease of that block.
Right in the crease. Now, even in hitting, there's certain ways of forming your hand to hitting the ball. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or is it like, for me, I'm just thinking it's just flat, straight down. But it's like you turn your hand, your wrist, and it gives you a different angle. Is that correct?
Yeah. You know, that's a great question. And as Coach Jenkins calls the timeout, let's talk about that, you know?
Yeah.
There's a different way to attack the volleyball than it is to serve the volleyball, depending on what you want.
Right.
So typically what hitters are taught to do is to hit the top half of the ball and give it a top spin.
Top spin.
When we serve the ball, typically what servers are taught to do is to hit right in the middle of the ball so it floats and it gets harder.
Wow.
Now some servers do have a top spin jump serve.
Okay.
Okay, and that's if you have a really good swing, a heavy hand. But most of the time you'll see them float the ball. In order to do that, you hit it right on the center of the ball.
Wow.
But again, you're correct. Depending on what you read from the defense as you're attacking the ball might determine where you hit the ball, how hard or how soft you hit the ball.
Now, that's telling me that this 11 Denise, has a volleyball IQ that's up there. For her to hit it like that at different angles, that's amazing.
And you notice Maui High is always going to her.
Yeah.
They're sending her in the back.
That's her go-to girl.
She plays outside hitter. She looks like their go-to player, you're right.
And why not? Don't fix it if it's not broken.
Back to game action here. Reese Schranz with the serve back for Maui High. Kept in play by the Warriors, but a down by Fuquay. It's kept alive, but hit over on that bad pass by Maui High. De Silva free balls it over. Looks like going back to Miller on the outside off the hands of the blocker. And Bruce tries to hit it over on that second hit. Ooh, 2 great digs.
2 great hits.
Two good hits, you're right.
Wow. That was amazing.
I bet it's going to go back to 11, and here she goes.
And she took it off?
Yeah, what a great save by the setter, Haley Bruce from the back row. Muhyiddin hits it over, just over.
That was amazing.
Right front and just in front of the back right player, you know?
It's 2 great hits. It was straight down and 2 nice digs.
And like we were talking about earlier, Fuquay is just an all-around player.
Yep.
Great attacker, and as you can see, great defender as well.
I can say that her IQ is up there as well.
Must be her PE teacher in elementary.
I'm telling you, I got to talk to this guy. He is amazing. He is amazing. And then when he goes to music class, that helps him with the rhythm, right? Got to have rhythm.
Got to be the music teacher, too.
Yeah.
Purdy with the serve going over. Tava Miller with the swing.
Wow.
And that was a missile.
Was it a missile?
That was a rocket, a missile off the hands of Fuquay.
I thought it was a blur because I swear to God, I saw the hit, and the next thing I knew it was in the net. Backside over there. That is incredible. Great swing.
Great swing by number 11.
So far, can you tell which are club players and which are not?
Most of these girls I would assume are club players.
Club players, yeah. It's just their level.
Almost every varsity player is a club player.
Right, right. Well, I can say that because, I mentioned that the middle blockers for Kamehameha are all basketball players as well.
They're club basketball players.
Yeah.
And
very versatile.
Tava Miller with the ace. As we were talking, she goes back to serve again. And mishandled by Purdy and De Silva. That point goes to Maui High Sabers.
Hey, look at our score.
Instead of calling timeout, Coach Jenkins tries to go for the substitution. Makamaika Ili Kramer in for Cervantes.
I would say that's another strategy right there, isn't it?
They're creeping back. They had a great lead, and now it's only 19 serving 20.
Yep, it's a 1-point difference.
Jackie Brandon with that swing. The ball's going to be free over by number 4. Free ball over. And Purdy sets De Silva in the middle. Dug up and now being attacked. Just over. What a great save by Purdy. Mahia Dean with the swing.
What a nice dig.
Good dig by the libero.
Way to
number 13
go,
for
13.
Sabers.
Oh,
And
and
that
hits it
ball
long.
is just long. Point to the Warriors. Good rally. good
Again,
rally.
I love rallies, but I want it to end with a hit.
You know, the Warriors needed that. They need that
Yep.
2-point cushion.
Yep. Yep.
We're playing at 25. They need 4 more points.
Moment-
Jump serve. You know,
Momentum swings pretty radically in volleyball.
that's unfortunate that we just had a service error.
Yep.
Those kind of things drive coaches nuts.
Oh my goodness.
Especially when you have 21 points and you only have a 2-point lead.
Yep. Yep.
Number 13 back for the Sabres, serving it. Lee Kramer passes the ball, and Fuqua with the big hit dug up by Miller.
Free ball.
Donnelly with that hit. Purdy sets the middle again. She's not ready.
Oh, touching in
We
there.
have a net violation on the Sabres. And the Warriors go back up by 2 again, 22-20.
And again, it's keeping that 2-point difference, yeah? Makes all the difference in the world as far as this set is concerned.
Oh yeah. You know, nowadays, with rally scoring in place,
Yeah.
you need to keep that cushion.
You know, I remember back in the day when it wasn't like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like you had to have the ball in order to get a point.
Yeah, we play till 15 and you have
Oh, my
side out.
goodness. Yep.
You have to serve to get a point. And that hit is off the block of the Warriors. We have a substitution now for the Warriors. Number 9 in for the Warriors. Leonor Medeiros in
Now-
for Haven De Silva.
Clarke, as I noticed, there are now 2 setters on the court
Yeah.
for Kamehameha.
You know, we'll,
So
we'll,
what
talk,
would that be
we'll
called?
talk about that
Okay,
a little later.
all
Maybe,
right.
maybe in between sets. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Whew, it's a tight one. 21 serving 22.
Love it.
Sabres
Love
with the ball.
volleyball tonight.
Sharon Sigua with the serve. Purdy pops it up, and Fuqua with a controlled hit over. Number 15 attacking over the blockers. Mahia Dean with the back row attack, but that is long and out. Point Sabres, and we're all tied up at
New game.
22.
This is
New
considered
game.
a new game. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know, the Warriors once had an 8-point advantage, and now not anymore.
Not anymore. Now they really got to rally.
Number 6, Sharon Sigua still serving for the Sabres. Team captain Mahia Dean is going over to the head official to ask him a question.
I just want to go back to number 15 for Maui High, Mia Manu. She has like placed hits. You know, it's not so much hitting it hard. It's like an off hit. Is that? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's like she's not jumping that high. She's like just knocking it over, just
Yeah.
finding that open spot. That
That's
is
how you
amazing.
keep the ball in play. Right? Keeping the ball in play. Dean with the pass, going outside to Fuqua. One-on-one with the block, dug up by Maui High. She goes cross court over the block, and dug up by the Warriors. Jackie Brandon on the attack for the Warriors, dug up by number 13.
Here we go with another nice rally.
Free ball. Let's see if the Warriors can convert on this. Good pass. Does it go to the middle? Oh, yes.
Yep. Oh.
Good job by number 3 for Maui High. Good
Oh.
defense.
Oh. That.
Excellent
Excellent
tip by
placement.
McKenna Rees-Strand.
That is some serious. Well, that's got to be vision.
You know,
That is great vision.
everyone was expecting a big hit,
Yep.
but she came back with that soft dink shot, you know?
So that.
And now we have a timeout by the Warriors as Maui High goes into the lead. This is
So,
their second
going-
and final timeout.
So going back to that question again, I saw 2 setters in there.
Yeah.
So how does that work when you have 2 setters with 4 hitters, or what is it called?
Well, depending on what kind of system you run, now we know Kamehameha runs a 6-2 system,
6-2 system.
which means that you have 6 hitters and 2 setters. Most teams nowadays will focus on 1 setter, and that's called a 5-1. You have 5 hitters and 1
one
setter,
setter.
just like how Maui High has.
Got it.
In
What
that case, the setter plays all around in the front and in the back. But in a 6-2 system, usually when the setter goes into the front row, you'll substitute her for a hitter, and when that opposite hitter goes in, that other setter will come in the back.
That is so difficult, but okay.
23-22, Sabres with the advantage. What a
Nice
swing
hit.
by Hile
Nice.
Fukwe, but
Nice
kept
dig.
alive nicely by the Maui High Sabers. Sitting in the middle, Kaili Kramer with the attack. With a little high and wide. No one there to touch it. Point Sabers. We have set point here and set number 1, 24-22. Advantage Sabers. Sharon Sigwa with the serve over. Purdy with the set to Dean. She downballs it over. Maui High on the attack, number 15. Mila Manu with the swing. Jackie Brandon coming back. Took something off, but just couldn't get it over the net. The ball lands on the Warriors side. Set number 1 goes to the Sabers.
That was an amazing set.
25-22.
We had some long rallies on that one. Wow. We got all facets of the game. You know, we had errors, we had good hits, good digs. That was amazing on the back row part.
It was a great set, great set. A lot of good volleyball.
Yep.
Some mistakes, as is expected,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
for
yeah.
the most part, amazing rallies.
Yep. It's a good process. It's a good
Yes.
process. Now that they're loose, we'll see how they do on this next one. It should be a whole lot of, you know, moving around, hitting that ball, getting some good sets.
Yeah.
Expecting more.
You know, I'm excited to see what kind of adjustments the coaches make on both sides.
That is interesting to say because, you know, at every halftime or every break that they have, I'm sure they're talking strategy, and rightly so.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that chess game.
Yeah.
How do you figure out what they're going to do in order to compensate for that?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of the times as players, as coaches, what we want to do is take them out of their system.
Out of their system.
Take them out of their game plan. How do you do that? You serve tough. If they can't pass, you take them out of the system, essentially creating one-on-one matches on the outside or free ball or down ball opportunities, which is easier to control on your side. So number 1, tough serving.
Tough serving.
Tough serving.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, looking for their weak link.
So when you say tough serving and weak link,
Yeah.
the server is looking for who can we pick on? Is that what you're saying when you say weak link?
You know,
One that has a hard time passing the ball?
exactly.
Okay.
That's precisely what I mean.
Got it.
You know, we scout teams. We want to see who the weaker passers are.
Yep.
And then we go and we serve straight to them.
Right. Wherever they're at.
Yeah. You know, another tactic that coaches tell, as soon as somebody is subbed in,
Uh-huh.
you know, they're cold. You
They're
want to
cold.
serve right to
Serve
them.
right that. Okay.
Serve right to them.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But a great match so far. Set number 1 going to the Sabers of Maui High, winning it by a margin of 3, 25-22.
Got it.
You notice here in the picture, you see Coach Kawila talking to the Lady Sabers. I'm sure he's encouraging them, telling them exactly what they did right and to keep up whatever they were doing.
And that's the thing. You know, every time there's a break, that's why you call timeouts, is to get them out of their rhythm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And right now, you know, this is another break. But the thing is they still got to show up. They still got to play. And they still got to hopefully maintain that momentum they've had in the first set.
You know, we talked about this earlier too. Volleyball is a game of spurts, a game of momentum shifts.
Right.
Yeah?
And there's so many.
And you never want to get too high, thinking that okay, we're up by 8, we're good. And
then
you never
then you
never
get
want to get
laxed.
too low either.
Yep,
Right?
yep.
You make mistakes, that's okay. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
And this is what we do. We encourage teammates. We tell them right back. Next set, let's go.
Yep.
Good pass.
Yep.
Excellent swing. Keep up the great work.
So like if a hitter hits it wrong or makes an error, set that hitter again. Right? Get that hitter's confidence back up.
Totally. Yeah.
Right?
Welcome back, Warrior and Saber fans, family and friends. If you're just joining us, the Sabers took set number 1, 25-22.
Here we are, set number 2.
And here we are with game action, Cruz sends it over into the back corner. We talked about that before, right?
Exactly. Placement.
Ava Miller with the hit off the block. A net violation on Hi'ile Fuqua, who ran into the net. That point went to the Sabers. 1-0 Maui High. Back to serve for the Sabers, number 3. Kealohilani Denisi. Serving that into the net with that service error. All tied up at 1. Number 13, Hi'ile Fuqua back to serve. Hits it over to that back right corner. And Maui High sends over a free ball controlled by the Warriors, set outside with no one up to block.
Beautiful. Nice
swings
hit.
and crushes the coconut.
Love it. Somebody's drinking that milk right there.
You know, Samoans, man, we like coconut.
Hey,
right?
we like that coconut. And of course, these are players that have also siblings down at elementary. I always like to give a shout out to all their siblings.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like Hi'ile has her brothers Haveo and Wyatt.
Yep, Haveo and Wyatt.
And Mahia has her sister Chelsea.
Mahia Dean with the dink there. Back to that game action. Number 4 with that left-handed swing. Controlled by the Warriors. Right at the net. Saved by Maui High. Tava Miller up for the swing. And off the hands of Haley Cruz. Going down on the court. Point for the Sabers.
I like to say Miller is unconscious right now. She's like really in tune with her game. Her hitting is spot on.
She's definitely their go-to player.
Exactly.
And she's terminated more times than not. So why not go to her?
Why not?
She has the hot hand.
Yep.
Fuqua with the pass. Makamaika Ili Kramer pushes it over from the middle. Tava Miller taking something off and catching the Warriors off guard. They were prepared for that. They were ready for the big hit, right?
Yep. And that's part of her arsenal, right? I mean, you give the big hits, get consistent with it, and then boom, a soft one.
Exactly. Great job by Miller. Warriors with the pass. Back set to number 10, Ilani Gates. Tava Miller with the attack off the hands of Makamaika Ili
Nice
Kramer.
block, nice block.
Warriors keep it in play. But Mahia Dean off the tape doesn't go over. Point for the Sabers. And right now it just looks like Maui High is a little more consistent with their defense.
And again, that's with the thought process is the momentum is theirs, and they don't want to give it up.
Number 4, McKenna Reese-Strands with the serve. Warriors with a bad pass force.
And of course, on the other hand, that's what happens when you're trying to get something going, and it's just have one person to do it, just to get that rally going again.
Yep. It's a game of spurts. Maui High with a 3-point lead.
Exactly.
5-2. And Reese-Strands with the ace serve. Coach Evan Jenkins gets up. He's looking at the scoreboard. 6-2 now. Opted not to call a timeout, but giving words of encouragement to his girls, Reese-Strands with another ace. That's 2 in a row. And just like that, Jenkins calls a timeout.
And there it is. There it is. It's unraveling, but at the same time, you find that one person to actually change that momentum. It takes a lot. You know, it's just take the whole team to, hey, come on, somebody do it, and then we'll rally behind you. You know,
we talked about taking the team out of their system by serving tough.
Yep.
Reese-Strands, I think she served 3 or 4 points right there in a row.
She did.
2 of them ace serves. The last 2 serves.
Yep.
We talked about serving the weak link. Now, do they always have a weak link? No. But maybe they have a weak area.
Because it wasn't, the aces were like in the same area, isn't it?
Yeah, it was right there in the middle. Maybe in the middle, right-hand side, just over the 10-foot line.
So true. But for her to be consistent in serving it in that same area, I mean, that is amazing in itself.
Yeah. We also talked about serving the ball differently, being able to hit it in the middle with that float.
Yep.
If you serve it correctly, a lot of times it'll float and all of a sudden just
drops.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
A lot of times what the server will do is to look for the puka where you insert the needle to pump the ball.
Yep.
Because that's the heaviest spot. They'll put it on the bottom. So when you hit it float, that little weight will drop it.
That is amazing.
Some insider secrets. Insider secrets.
Yeah, that is a great secret.
A net violation on Maui. Excuse me, not net violation, but over attacking And that point will go to the Warriors.
All right.
That's
here we
one
go.
way to stop the bleeding.
There you go. And that's what it is. And hopefully build on that, yeah?
Koili Kramer getting set to serve. Hits it over.
That's it. Keep it in play.
Controlled by Miller. And ball back to her. A quick set. That's a great one. That ball wasn't set too high.
Nope.
Which means that the middle didn't have time to close the seam.
Yep.
Good set. Miller with the hot hand.
Tava Miller, we're going to hear that name a lot. We're going to say that name a lot because she is the go-to girl at the moment.
Tava Miller back to serve. Controlled by the Warriors to Bruce, who sets it outside, one-on-one. A great dig by the libero, number 13 from Maui High. Miller free balls it over. Bruce back sets this time. It's a quick one.
Now that libero for Maui High is doing an awesome job of catching everything. You know, Amber Donnelly is amazing. You know, nothing touches the ground so far.
You know, Leilani Gates looked out of balance on that hit. You notice, I notice every time she hits, she jumps off of 1 foot there in the back. Oh,
ooh, what an error.
That should never happen to her. Whenever there's an overpass, that's a freebie.
That's
right?
a freebie
It's
big time. Yeah.
An overpass like that should never hit the ground.
And could it be what they need to change the momentum?
We'll see. Point goes to the Warriors, and coming in for the Warriors, number 14, Leimana Purdy, for number 10, Leilani Gates.
Taking a break.
And just like that, from a lot of noise, we went to a bunch of silence. Over here, huh?
It never happens in a football game, but all right.
Purdy with a good serve. It's going to be a tough attack here. Sabers with the free ball. Purdy back sets it to Jackie Brandon, who hits it off the hands of number 6.
Nice angle.
Number 11 down balls it just over the net, but great dig with the libero for Kamehameha. Haven De Silva jumps from the middle to attack that ball, saved by Maui High. Number 15 off the block. She sets it tight to the net, and too much. Mahia Dean, in an effort to try to avoid that net, crossed the center line and went over. Point for the Warriors. Both teams trying to find some kind of offensive identity here.
Yep. Well, we certainly know Maui High's identity, number 11.
Number 13, Amber Donnelly with the serve. Number 2 for the Warriors, Jackie Brandon with the swing. A great save, but not enough. That's out. That point goes to the Sabers. Great effort by number 9 for the Warriors, their libero, Lemoe Medeiros. Warriors need to get a good pass here, and that is just what the doctor ordered.
Yep.
A service error on Maui High's part. Point to the Warriors. Time to stop the bleeding. But can they capitalize and build on that? Can they build on this point?
And that's the thing, yeah? It's a hopefully, okay, here we go. Let's get some more points out of that error.
Mahia Dean with the jump serve. Said number 3, a great swing off the block and out.
Nice hit by number 3.
Wonderful hit. Number 3, that big left hand.
Kealohilani
Denisi, who plays middle blocker, but swung from the outside because of her passing position there in that last rotation. You know, it's always difficult to line up your block on a left-handed hitter because you're not used to it.
Not used to it. Southpaw.
Most people
it's awkward.
We practice against right-handed hitters.
Right-handed hitters, exactly.
That ball came over and was mishandled by Jackie Brandon. That point goes to the Sabers. And now they take an 8-point advantage and lead 13-5 over the Warriors. Sharon Segros back to serve for the Maui High Sabers. Mahia Dean with the pass. Leimana Purdy sets outside to Fuqua off the hands and down.
Here we go.
Good swing. You know, Fuqua has a really nice swing.
She does.
She hits the ball at her peak. She's able to read the block, hit in the seam sometimes, hit off the block and down.
I notice how she curl. Some of these hitters, they curl their hand to try to get that snap.
Yes. Ball set outside to the Sabers, who
swings it over.
Dinks it over. And Mahia Dean calls for it, sets it in that back right corner. Number
back
6
to-
sets it to number 4.
Oh,
Woo! Great swing by McKenna
Nice hit.
Rees-Strands. That ball was going out.
and that was McKenna Rees-Strands.
Yeah,
Nice
that ball
hit.
was about to go out, but you know, sometimes you just don't have the quickest reaction. That's a great effort by Lemoe Purdy to try to save that ball.
Try to save that. Yep.
But that ball went out. 14-6 Sabers.
That's
Oh, we have one
Hey.
change. Kumako Ritas in for Jackie
Ruiz.
Brandon for the Warriors.
And guess what? Another basketball player.
Yep, another basketball player.
You know, I always tell my kids in PE that some sports they're like cousins. You know, they're related because they have the same set skills to work on.
And she sets Ritas, who swings the ball, handled by the Sabers, and Tava Miller with the attack and just rolling that ball over.
That's a rolling. Was that a rolling hit? Is that what it's called?
It's a rolling shot that just goes over.
Just goes over.
We give it some good top spin. It goes over the block and down. Looked like the Lady Warriors are expecting a big hit on that one.
Yep. And why not? She's a big hitter too.
Number 5 serves it over, and Fuqua hits it. Dug up by Maui High. But couldn't control that. Point Warriors off that net violation of the Sabers. Another substitute. Leilani Gates, number 10, in for Lemoe Purdy.
And Haley Proust in
Haley
for
Proust in for Ku'u. Proust is back to serve again, because on that rotation, Lemoe Purdy was coming into the front row.
And she goes up.
She goes out to give the Warriors 3 full hitters.
Got it.
Tava Miller with the attack, blocked that time. Makamaika Ely Kramer, 2 blocks there. And a great swing by Leilani Gates. Off that
Leilani.
1 foot attack.
1 foot.
Yeah,
Hey, if it works for her, right?
yeah.
Can you imagine if you jump 2 feet? Wow.
You know, most people would jump off 1 foot on a step out, but she jumps off 1 foot on every attack.
On every attack.
Cruz serves it over. We have a set to number 4.
Oh, nice.
Blocked by Makamai
That
Kaili
was the
Kramer
wall. That
and
was the
down.
wall there. All right, slowly scratching their way back, the Warriors.
Yep, Coach Kawila Hupo decides to call a timeout. 15-9. So what are your thoughts so far in this game?
Well, I can see that it's a whole lot of rallying, and it depends on who has the upper hand as far as the passing is concerned. When the pass is there, I mean, the other 2 things come in naturally, the set and the hit. But on the defensive side, the liberos are doing a hell of a job. That number 13, Donnelly, she's like, nothing touches the ground, you know? That one, the last one, it was like an over hit, or like she was setting it to, you know, when it, what do you call that? There's
When they
a
bump- when they bump the ball
but
up?
it was like above her chest, so she's trying to bump higher than that, so he went out. So that was the one minimal error that I see. But other than that, she's doing a great job in the back row.
So far, this game looks like it's boiling down to errors
Yep.
and defense.
Minimizing
and
errors,
defense.
and we'll see who's got the winning.
Welcome to all of our family and friends watching on YouTube. We have Coach Tua here alongside of myself, Clarke Tuitele, calling tonight's volleyball match between your Kamehameha Warriors and the Maui High School Sabers. So far, Maui High, if you're just tuning in, still up 1-0. They took the first set, and up in the second set, 15-9. Ooh, big block up there. That was a good swing by number 4, McKenna Rees-Strands.
It's a great swing, but
But
I
it was
think
just
they
a
got her
better
number.
block. Yeah, just a better
the block
block.
was just there.
The blockers were lined up and in position.
Exactly.
And that's what happens, right?
Yep.
On a bad pass, you know exactly where the block is coming. Good serve by Bruce. Tava Miller with the attack. Net violation on the Warriors. That point will go to the Sabers. 16-10 Maui High up with the small advantage on the Warriors. Coach Evan Jenkins up to encourage his girls. Kealohilani Dinisi serves it into the net.
You know, it's safe to say that Tava Miller gets a set. She can do whatever she wants as far as her arsenal of hitting. You know, I mean, whether it be a float or a down hit, she's got it.
You know, some hitters wait till the ball is set until they have their plan of attack on knowing when to hit, but others are looking at the defense as they line up before the ball's even set. They know where the seam is going to be. They know what kind of rotation. They know where the pukas will be and place it right there.
That's vision.
Yeah. The Warriors with that last point, 12 serving 16. Teva Miller.
Wow. That was a rarity.
Block. Excellent
Rarity,
block.
but it was great. But still, again, that was a booming hit.
Booming hit. But you know what they say, right? The harder the hit, the faster it gets blocked down.
Oh, my goodness. I love that saying. I just hope I'm not the one that's doing the hitting at fast block down.
Fuquay with another good serve, mishandled overpass. But Maui High saves it. They free ball it over. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. Haley Cruz sets the middle. Makamai with a left-handed dink. Saved nicely by number 4. Teva Miller with the down ball over. Leilani Gates has to free ball it over.
Here we
Teva
go.
Miller with a quick attack.
Yep.
That's an excellent job of setting Teva Miller. She gets up so quick.
Yeah.
She has good enough height.
Yep.
A great swing. You don't have to set her high. You notice what Maui High is doing is they're capitalizing on the Warriors' lack of getting from the middle outside with the double block. They're not setting her a high 4. They're setting her kind of like a little
Is that like
intermediate.
in betweener?
In between. Like a little lob. And that ball hits the line, and that point goes to the Sabers.
Yep.
You know, when we're playing defense, if anything is close to the line and you don't know whether it's going to be in or not, you got to go for it.
You got to go for it, right?
You got to keep the ball in play.
Got to keep it in play.
That one was a 50-50 ball, but the Warriors opted not to go for it. And that one off the hands of Lilinoy Medeiros, service ace for the Sabers. McKenna Rees-Rands, a junior opposite hitter from Maui High with that ace. Rees-Rands back again. And Medeiros again can't control that. Haley Bruce hits that ball over, but the Sabers can't get it, and they're going to free ball it over.
Free ball it over.
Fuquay controls it tight to the net. Muhyiddin is able to play it, but get more of a power dink shot. Keeping the ball in play. That ball goes to the middle. Haley Kramer with a big swing outside. And there it is. Leilani Gates with a nice swing on that overpass. Good job on that.
We've gotten some rallies.
Excellent rallies too.
My goodness.
Haley Kramer back to serve. Takes something off, and that's an excellent serve. Rees-Rands with the left-handed hit. Haley Kramer with this setup to Muhyiddin, who just punches it over. And a big swing by Miller. Great dig by the Warriors. Middle, but De Silva just can't get to it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if De Silva was ready for that set. And Maui High School back to a 6-point advantage. Mia Manuin, number 15 for the Sabers. As Teva Miller goes back to serve. Lilinoy Medeiros, libero, is back in, and that serve goes to her.
All right.
Handled nicely. Set to Gates. But nicely blocked by the Sabers on that double block.
Yep.
That point goes to Maui High School, 21-14, and their 7-point advantage.
I believe the service is going to go to.
Good serve, good serve. It was purposely served short for the Warriors so that they couldn't attack. Notice that placement in that back corner.
Yep.
We talked about that earlier.
Exactly.
Muhyiddin with the swing. But that dig by the Sabers hits the net and goes down, point to the Warriors.
We'll take
and
it.
you know, Tua, if there's any time for the Warriors to get some kind of momentum shift going, now is the time, because number 11 is in the back row for Maui High.
Oh, understandable.
With her in the back row, that gives one less.
I think we have
still
see if she's a back row attacker as well.
You know, I'm sure she'll still set, because your setter's in the front row. With only 2 attackers, she'll be their de facto back row attacker. And here she is right now. Free ball over. Good job, Haven De Silva. Getting that up, and a hard hit by Muhyiddin off the hands of number 13, Amber Donnelly for the Sabers. That point goes to the Warriors.
And like you said, Tuitele, you're right. We got to take advantage of Miller being in the back. But I have a feeling they're going to back set to her.
Purdy serves it over. The back set to number 7 for the Sabers. And Udis just couldn't get that ball over.
Yep.
He again comes back to control. If you can't get it over the court, it doesn't matter if it's
Just
a
free
dink,
ball
if
it
it's a
over.
bump, if it's a set.
Yep.
Just get the ball. Keep that ball in play.
Exactly.
Give your defense a chance to score that point for you.
There you go.
Amber Donnelly goes back to serve for the Sabers. Even De Silva with the attack from the middle. Mia Manu hits that over, but saved by the Warriors. Off number 3, some good defense here. Medeiros with the set. And Purdy just makes another unforced error. Just get that over. You need to get that over. Set that ball over. And the Warriors use their last timeout. Evan Jenkins wants to talk to his team.
You know, in some points of the game, there's sometimes when you have a good pass, but the setter sets it over. Why would that happen?
Well, you know, if the setter hits it over on the second hit,
On a second hit.
what they're trying to do is they're trying to catch the defense off guard.
Okay.
Typically, you would think that she would be setting it to her power hitter, to her go-to hitter, to her middle, especially if it's a good hit. But, again, it's a game of chess.
Right.
You think I'm going to dink, well, I'm going to dunk. You zig, I zag.
It's the yin and yang of volleyball.
There you go. Yin and yang of volleyball.
Oh, my goodness. I would like to say again, that's good peripheral if we're able to do that.
You know, you'll see setters on a good pass. You'll see them, look at their blockers on the opposite side of the net.
Exactly.
Where are they lined up? You'll see them give head fakes. As if I'm going to back set. I look back, and then I serve a quick one.
That
a
makes sense.
quick lob to the
Yep.
outside hitter.
Wow.
I'm just trying to throw them off
So
balance.
true.
You know?
So true.
Again, the yin and yang of volleyball.
Because I'm sure the defenders are looking at what she's doing.
Medeiros with a good pass. Let's see what Purdy does. Sets Dean in the middle. We have a net violation there on the Warriors. Excuse me, on the Sabers, and the point goes to the Kamehameha Lady Warriors.
We'll take whatever point can.
17-10. Can they inch? Can they creep? Can they crawl back into this game?
Yep. Just keep it in play.
He Dean with the jump float.
Nice.
Overpass set. Hit by the Warriors.
Oh, net.
And that, you know, when you're excited like that, that happens. As you hit the ball, your forearm just
It's coming right at you,
hits,
You
touches
just want
the
to
net.
do something about it.
Maui High with a set point here in set number 2. Serves it over. Fuquay
That was a good pass.
controlling the ball. Set it
set.
back to her with a heavy
right.
hit. But great dig by Miller. Miyamanu with the hit over. Purdy hits it outside again. But this one is long. Tried to go over the block.
Yep.
Couldn't land in,
too
and
far.
that point goes to the Maui High Sabers. Set number 2 goes to the
2-0.
Sabers.
All right, Sabers are doing a
25
hell
to
of a job.
17. Mahalo, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the game action. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned for more Warrior Volleyball here on the slopes of Haleakala.
All right.
Aloha Warriors, Kevin Koho'o Hano here with Kevin's Quisa. Now without further ado, let's get into it. So what are the 3 school colors?
I think the 3 school colors are blue, white, navy blue, or dark blue.
Oh, and so you gotta sing the answers.
Sing the answer.
Yeah, you gotta sing them.
Blue, white, and silver.
Blue, white, and I'll go with silver too, I guess.
You're not saying that just because you said it? Or?
I am.
Oh, you are? Oh.
Our three colors are blue, silver, and white.
Next question. What color is this dress?
Blue and black with an ugly trim around the waist.
Blue and black. Blue and black.
That your final answer?
My final answer. I think blue and black.
Are you colorblind?
Alright, if you're telling me I'm colorblind because that's not blue and black, you're colorblind.
No, you.
This dress is very obviously black and blue. And if you think it's something else, I'm going to be praying for you.
Stop! Mr. Borrow just said that that's black and blue.
I
don't
see
know.
black and blue.
The people who see white and gold, you guys are something else.
If Yesu Cristo came in here and you asked him, that's black and blue.
Thank you for tuning in to today's segment on Kevin's Quiz. And I'll see you next time. Ilan Laikai, Lemoe, Kamehameha.
And we're back. So sorry, we had to go to the powder room. Got to take care of Mother Nature first. But we're back live. Here we are. Where we at there, Tuitele?
Well, that point just went to the Maui Sabers. We have a lift called against the Warriors. Maui High up 2-0 to start set number 3.
All right, we're at 2-0, 2-0.
If you're just joining us, Maui High is up 2-0 on the Kamehameha Warriors. Woo, what a great save by Miller. That was not an easy
Good angle, yes.
Muhyiddin with a heavy hit in the back. That point will go to Kamehameha. Great swing by Mahia. It's not easy to hit that far behind
From
the
far
10th
beyond.
line.
And I noticed that the Warriors like to always back sit on the back row. And that's why I want to see if they're going to back sit to Miller when she's in the back row.
We'll see. Miller's right now at the
She's in the front?
at the power hitter spot right now. Expect this ball to go straight to her.
Yep.
And it does. She basically downballs it over, but controlled by Kamehameha. Fuquay gets up there off the double block and kept alive. Reese Rands, number 4 from Maui High, hits it over. Fuquay once again swings, just controls it. And who else is that but Tava Miller with the swing.
Yep.
Muhyiddin comes on the back off 1 foot. Controlled nicely by the libero, number 13. Tava Miller gets up, takes something off. What a great rally we have here.
Again, beautiful play. Beautiful volleyball.
It's unfortunate it had to end like that on a net violation of Maui High.
I hate that.
But again,
But we'll take the point.
keep the ball in play.
Keep the
Let
ball
the
in
other
play.
team make the mistake.
So true. So true.
Let's play fundamental volleyball.
Oh, it's a lob.
Great set by Haley Pooh. She took something off, and Maui High wasn't able to pass that.
Why is
Out
that-
of system.
Why is that so hard to pass?
Well, because it's so close to the net, yeah, and those little drop shots that just go over the net.
Just goes over.
Yes, anything inside the 10-foot line is harder to pass.
Look at that. Again, same thing. That is so true. As right now, it's a consistency of 2 points.
Okay, so what do you do again? Well, do we do the same serve 3 times in a row? Let's see.
I don't know. Let's see it.
No, she
No.
doesn't. And she rips it straight. It goes just off the top tape.
But how do you do
and
that?
Falls,
How
falls
does
to the
how
ground.
does that happen?
That's
Using
3
the
great
net to
serves
your
in a row.
advantage. That is peripheral, I'm thinking.
Must have been her elementary PE teacher.
I gotta tell you, I love that guy.
She goes back to that soft serve and takes him out of system once again. And now she sets. Great set.
Wow. That's
tell you.
1, 2, 3 right there.
Let me tell you. As we go to timeout, because Coach Kawila calls that timeout to stop the bleeding, that set that you just saw Haley Cruz do was not easy.
That's not easy.
Most people would have thought she would have set the weak side hitter there because she was right there. But what did she do? She made a back
set.
all the way across.
Wow.
Perfectly placed. Where
Perfect.
her hitter could hit it. Fukuoka was ready, and she just ripped it.
That is amazing. Haley Bruce. And she's a young one.
Yeah.
She's sophomore.
Sophomore.
Wow.
Great to see the young talent on both sides.
Right. So true. So true.
You know, we talked about this earlier. In essence, these girls have been out of competitive play for
2 years. Now in college they have, what is that? Red shirt, gray shirt. What else do they have? That way you have like 6 years of playing for 4 years on. You know, they should have that for high school. Seniors, they can come back as sophomores.
Cruz coming back to serve again, and this time she hits it hard down the line. Restrance with the swing off the block. Kayla Frias libero keeps it alive. And Mahidin just plays it over.
Uh-oh.
Tava Miller with a nice lob set, but a double hit. Double hit
Rarity.
called on number 5.
That was a
Giselle
rarity.
Altura just couldn't handle that set. And
That's
the
a
Warriors
rare-
go up by 5.
Nice.
7-2.
They gotta keep that momentum going.
Again, it's a game of spurts. Look how
Yep.
many serves in a row already.
So true.
Bruce rips this serve. Handled nicely. And Restrance with that left-handed swing. Controlled by the Warriors. And Mohideen from way back there takes something off. Restrance with the set.
Wow.
But no touch. And that was just a little bit long and wide. That point goes to the Warriors.
You know, I noticed in observation that Mahia is in the back row. They set her back a lot. It's like she's more consistent in the back row as a hitter than in the front.
And you know, sometimes some hitters prefer to hit from the back.
From the back.
Some hitters prefer to swing from off the net. Some
Yep.
others want the ball right on the net. you know?
Gotcha.
It just
Gotcha.
depends what your comfort level
What their
is.
preference is, yeah?
Ah, great read by Fuquay, who keeps the ball alive.
Wow.
And that one goes cross court, but out.
That was an angle. And again, on a 1 foot.
Mm-hmm.
1 foot jump.
Leilani Gates with a good idea going cross court angle from that weak side position hitting spot, but just couldn't get it in the court.
And I got to tell you, that in itself is amazing. When they do angles like that, they're facing forward, but the ball goes sideways. It's amazing.
Number 3, Kelohilani Denisi with the serve. Mahidin from the back
Mahia
row.
again. Mahia.
And off the
Mahia
hands
Dean.
of Denisi. Dean really seems to flourish, like you said, hitting from the back
From
row.
the back row. She has a more controlled hit. You know, it's not close to the net. She won't run into it.
Hile Fuquay with the serve going back there. Maui sets it back to number 4, Restrance. Woo!
Oh,
Great
nice
one-handed dig by Fuquay. Dean calls everyone off to free ball it over to that back right position. And Tava Miller will down ball it over. Mahie with this big swing.
What?
And an excellent save by the Sabers. The ball went so high it touched the partition,
On the
but they
top.
kept it alive.
See that? That libero is amazing.
Tava Miller with the swing. She pushes it back, but read nicely by Fuquay. Leilani Gates with a nice-looking swing.
That was the one moment I saw with 2 legs.
Uh-huh. Fuquay with a good pass. This looks like it's coming to the middle.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
No, that was just...
7 touched it, did they? Did 7 touch it? 7 touched it.
The referee calling that it was off the leg.
Off the leg.
Of the Maui High player.
That's right.
Off the leg of the player. Well, it looks like they're going to have a discussion.
Now, in this moment when the 2 refs are disagreement, who takes precedence?
Well, the head ref,
R1 or R2?
The head ref will always have the final say. But where was the action? And it was closer to the lower ref, right?
R2, right?
So we'll see what he decides to do. She's saying that the ball landed out, but he's saying what he saw is before it landed out, it hit the leg and then landed out. And so as the head referee, he made that judgment call. He keeps with it even after that discussion.
Awesome. I would like to say the same thing with the lines ref, yeah? The linesman.
Yes.
They always look to them to say, hey, was it in or out?
But again, the head ref can overrule any call that any of the other officials make.
Gotcha.
Fuquay back to serve. Just line drives over it with that flat floater. And Amber Donnelly cannot handle that. That is a service ace for Fuquay.
Man,
Warriors
the
go up by 8.
momentum for service aces are now on the Warriors side.
We talked about that. Serving tough takes
tough.
them out of their system.
Exactly. Look at that.
Again, another
Might be
not so hot pass. A good
Oh.
swing, and that lands in.
That was
That's
good.
a great swing by Reese
Nice.
Schultz. A high hit cross court with that left-handed swing just inside that back line.
Yep.
Good swing, number 4.
She may look short in stature, but she's got a nice swing.
Coach Kawila up there to encourage his players. Wahidin with the hit. But it's long and not touched. Point Sabers. 5 serving 11. Maui High down by 6. Number 4, McKenna Reese-Rance, junior opposite, back to serve. Kayla Frias controls it. Set outside to Dean. Referee calls that a touch, still in play. Touched nicely again by number 7, Kelohilani. Miller with that swing.
Nice.
Kamehameha free balls it over.
Here we
this
go.
ball's coming back to number 4, who swings from the back row.
Nice lefty.
But dug up by Haley Pruse. And Fuquay with the big swing. But just past the back line and out. Point Maui High. And they seem to be inching their way back into this one.
Yep. Again, just one little mistake, one little error, and momentum swing big time.
6 serving 11. Pruse goes outside to Dean. Tava Miller. Tries to control it over. Head ref looks to the lineman who calls it out. Just wide, and that point goes to Kamehameha.
That's a rare error on Miller.
Makamaika Eli Kramer serving for the Lady Warriors. And Miller downballs this over. But that error, whenever it's a downball or free ball, the defense definitely needs to control that.
Gotcha.
Nia Manu coming in the game for number 5, Jazio Altura. Tava Miller back to serve for the Sabers. She hits it over. Frias with the control. And Leilani Gates hits it off one foot again, going cross court, but just can't seem to find a spot in the line.
Right there in the inside line.
And now the lead is down to 4 for the Warriors. Miller with the serve.
They're inching their way back. Sabers.
Giving this over with a big swing.
Nice swing.
In the middle. And a great dig by Miller.
All right, free ball over.
Fuquay with a good dig. Wahidin with the big one. Straight to Miller. And the setter tries to catch him off guard in that far back corner.
I see that.
We talked about that, huh?
Yep.
Oh, that's a nice looking swing by Leilani Gates.
Nice cross.
But read and dug very
Sabers
well
doing
by
a
the
hell of a
Sabers.
job digging all those balls.
Back to the middle.
Oh.
And now the ball hits it.
I'm sure they'll take that point.
Excellent decision by Haven De Silva. Yeah?
Yep.
Instead of hitting it as hard as she could, she just kind of power dinked it over, off the hands, tooling it, and the Sabers just couldn't get it. Into the game for the Warriors.
Off speed, yeah, that off speed always gets me.
Purdy coming in to serve for the Warriors. Jackie Brandon subbing in into the front row.
Here we go, serving. The serving will kill it.
And Lemoe Purdy with that service ace. Excellent, excellent decision. Let's see if she goes right back to the same spot.
What do you think?
We'll see.
Uh-huh.
All right, look at that. They switch positions. She goes back to the same spot, but Ava Miller was there to receive the serve.
Got it.
Fuqua in the back middle controlling it, and Haven De Silva hitting across her body. Reschrantz with the swing. Lemoe Purdy sets it outside to Mahia Dean. This ball's going to be a free ball. Let's see if they can get it to the middle. Right here. Back to Jackie Brandon. Dug up nicely. Miyamano with the swing. But there are the Warriors with the block. This is a free ball for the Warriors. It's at the middle. And she swings. Haven De Silva with that. Crushing the coconut there.
Ooh.
Good job on
Haven's
that swing.
coming into herself, I'm telling you.
And you notice she called for that.
She sure did. I saw that.
Yeah. She caught that free ball over and she called for it.
And the setter said, you want it, you get it.
And that's exactly what you want to see from a freshman.
Freshman.
Give me the ball.
Love that.
Feed me.
Nice hit. Nice hit.
Excellent job by the Sabers. Just going through that crease, hitting the ball down on the court. And now the score is 9-15. 9 serving 15. Sabers with the ball. Kayla Frias can't control that. Wow, what an effort by Mahia Dean. Does the ball go over?
Not bad. Not bad.
As a coach, you cannot be upset about that. Look at that effort.
That's the effort.
Yes, the pass was errant, but did you see Mahia go after that and then Lemoe try to get that over?
Yep.
Great effort. You're never giving up.
That is awesome.
10-15. Advantage Warriors. They were receiving that. That ball was going out. But Frias couldn't decide if she wanted to let it go or wanted to play it. Decided to play it, but that decision was a little too late. She touched it off her hands. Service ace, Maui High.
And even with that, it's just to see, well, how far are you from the back line?
Yeah, and
making that decision.
Typically speaking, when you are passing the ball, anything above your shoulders, you let go.
Let go. Oh, I see.
But generally speaking.
Got it.
Dean with that deep set in the corner. Reschrantz with a big left-handed swing. And Lemoe Purdy just can't get to it. That pass was kind of tight to the net.
Tight to the net.
Uh-oh. Hope Purdy's okay. She stayed down a little.
Kind of fell down awkward.
Hopefully she'll be fine. She looks like she's okay.
McKenna, southpaw, meaning she's a left-handed hitter.
Amber Donnelly back to serve. The Warriors are going to have to free ball that over. Let's see if Maui can convert in their system. And that point is going
nice
to the Warriors. That is a great hit.
Kealohi has a nice hit on that, but far on the outside.
Denise always has that big left-handed swing, and she has height.
She has height, for sure.
Just missed on that swing, but good attack, good idea. Dean with that power jump float, mishandled by the Sabers off number 13, Donnelly, and point to the Warriors. I noticed Dean likes to go to that jump serve. It's more like a jump float serve.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
A jump float serve. Man,
Remember,
that sounded technical.
We talked about that floating serve. She hits it in the middle. Ball coming over to the Warriors, and Purdy going outside to Fuqua, who takes a big swing, but there is Miller. Oh.
Is that, now from our angle, what is it considered reaching over or?
And that call was going to be made by R2 here on the ground. She wanted to call that, but the head ref who's sitting on top looking at the net decided to play on and not to make that call.
Gotcha.
That was a close one. That could have been caught
right. Either way.
Attacking over, yeah. And Denise with the swing. Dean from the back again. Into that deep corner. Miyamanu gets it over, just over. Haven De Silva. And Jackie Brandon with the swing. But the Sabers were there reading it.
Oh, nice. Just get it over.
Woo. A bunch of mistimed hits and plays. Let's see who can control the best. Good swing by Reece Rands. And Haven De Silva with the big swing. Dug up nicely by Donnelly. Miyamanu dinks it over.
And the rally goes on. Oh!
Wow! Wow!
Great job.
You gotta give it up for Donnelly.
Gotta give it to Donnelly. She is amazing.
Wow.
Never gave up.
Excellent, excellent rally. Both sides playing with heart, nobody giving up. But Amber Donnelly, holy moly, she sacrificed her body.
That
she reaching out, rolling twice in a row. You can never be upset at that effort.
Nope, nope. You know, right now I'm hungry, but I'm not even ready to go eat because it's such an exciting game. I love it.
I hear you, my brother, but my stomach is rumbling. I am hungry.
You know, this time.
The next one. Welcome back to the action here.
All right.
Maui High calling that timeout, trying to stop the momentum of the Warriors, who are trying to come back from a 0-2 deficit.
They're on a deficit.
Two sets to none.
They got to take it. They got to take this set right
do
here.
or die set here for the Warriors.
Right now, it's Maui High that's stopping themselves. You know, they got everything for them. Every error is now against them. And I'm sure they don't want that to happen. They want to get a 3 and out.
Mahia Dean has been serving for
a few points.
Few rotations. Now here we go. Miller with the dig. And a great big left-handed swing by Denisi. The miscommunication. Who's going to get the ball? Is it you? Is it me? Typically, the setter always gets the ball, but she was looking at Fuqua. They didn't know. Usually, typically, the setter will say, help, help, help.
Yep.
Once
I don't
they
think
call
she
for
said
help,
that.
She didn't.
Yeah,
but again,
I don't think so,
then you have to say, mine, mine, mine.
Yep.
Jackie Brandon.
Error. Well,
error for the Warriors.
Okay. Right now, again, got to stop that.
Maui High is coming back up.
Got to stop that bleeding right there.
14-19 in favor of the Warriors. But Maui High inching back ever so closely. Another errant pass. And Frias is trying to get that ball over on that third attempt, but unable to do so. And just like that, 3 points in a row for Maui High.
Yep.
15-19. And back at the line, number 6.
Here we go.
Sharon Segra. Fuqua stepping in to receive that pass. Gets the set back to her, but hits it. That looked a little awkward. It seemed like she went to swing, but instead of hitting it on her hand, she hit it with her forehand.
With a forehand. Oh.
Woo. And the lead is diminished to 3 points now.
Maui High is doing a great job
and
of rallying.
You're Coach Kawila, you've got to be happy.
Yep.
You've got to be happy. You just called a timeout, and you were able to come back and score
timeout.
4 points in a row.
That was a good timeout.
De Silva popping it up. Fuqua just getting it over. And miscommunication. Miyamanu tries to get it over. But that goes outside the antenna and out. Ooh, the Warriors needed that one.
And right now, we'll take any point. They will take any point can.
Coming in for Haven De Silva. Number 5, Makamai Ko'ili Kramer. Kayla Frias with that service error.
Yep.
Giving the point right back to Maui High.
Mental toughness. Right now is for Kayla to get that out of the rut. Just get herself out of the rut. And she can. She can. Just one good pass, and that's it. Back in it.
Atura takes
and
the
there
serve.
it is. Look at that. Oh.
And that looks to be off the antenna
Hit
and
the antenna.
out. Point goes to the Sabers. So little mistakes that add up over time.
Right. And
We
now
had a
it's
7, 8 point lead, and now it's only 8 points. And Maui High did a great job coming back and keeping themselves in the game. And a service ace right there, right in between two players.
Oh, all right. Let's see if
Altura with the ace, and Kamehameha Maui calls a timeout.
All right, on this timeout, I'd like to take the time to recognize one of our operators here, a Kawila crew member of the night. Let's meet one of our camera operators, and that is Souza. He is in the class of 2024, Papa Makaloa a Kamehameha School, Maui. His parents are David and Kahea Souza of Pukalani, Maui. In his free time, he likes to play video games or read. His favorite subject in school is any type of science, biology, or space. As far as sports go, he currently runs cross country, but will also participate in volleyball. The things he enjoys most about being in Kamakakoa media and broadcasting: I enjoy being a part of a team that helps our school in being organized and sharing information that might be useful, even though I play a small part. Oh, and the fact that on game days, I get to skip sports, after school activities, and I get good food. I also enjoy the friends that I get to make in this class. And if he could meet one person, any person, he would choose to meet Elon Musk. Because as he puts it, I'm sure he will have a lot to say, and I'm very interested in things like space.
Awesome job.
Souza.
Great
Everybody.
job, Kiai. Bro, I would love to meet Elon Musk too. Did
Who
you
is
see?
that?
That's the owner of Tesla.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the owner of that billion-dollar company whose stock just went up over $1,000 per share this week, a few days ago.
wow.
Tesla stock, baby.
Elon Musk. I thought that was a perfume guy. But all right, he's a Tesla guy. Anyway, back to the action.
And the Warriors getting that point. They have a 2-point cushion, 21-19. Bruce back to serve, and this is when they made their last run. Oh. That ball was hit nicely off the block by Tava Miller, but the Warriors weren't able to communicate with each other, and that
Yep.
ball just dropped.
We got to get back, get over that nervousness.
Yeah, whose
Get
ball
back
is
to
it?
playing. Yep,
Whose ball is it?
so true.
Back to serve for the Lady Sabers, number 3, Kealohilani Denisi. Big left-handed serve. That's
Nice.
a good serve.
Here we go. And free ball over.
Makamai free balls it over. It's coming to Miller. He takes a big swing, takes something off. And
Nice.
frees with an amazing
Good,
dig,
Kayla.
stretching out. Wow.
Oh, wow. If that don't put me over the top, nothing will. Good job, Kayla.
Excellent, excellent dig by Frias.
Yep. Every moment to get it back, I'm sure that'll help her big time.
Fuquay with the serve, 22-20, Kamehameha Warriors. Miller set again. And this time able to
And
bring
net
it down,
violation.
but doesn't matter, net violation on the Warriors.
Yep. Yep.
We are in a tight match, my friend,
For a third set.
21-22.
And of course, the Warrior has to take it to make the night last a little
Oh,
longer.
yeah. And before back to serve, Kamehameha unable
Free
to
ball
really
over.
control it. And that's a great off
Nice.
the tape little. Woo! And number 11, Tava Miller. We've been calling her name all night. Just
Yep.
crushes the coconut.
Crush it.
You better make sure there's no puka over there
I
on
think
the
there's
floor.
an indention in that floor right there. We have to call maintenance on it.
Very nice hit by Miller.
Very nice. Good job.
And we're all tied up at 22. Kamehameha unable to get
one-handed.
any sort of in-system play run, but neither can Maui High. Here's a good pass. Miller sets it up to Makamai, who just thinks it over. Number 6, ready for that, and Miller getting off the hands of number 11, Mahie Dean, and out. That point goes to the Sabers and timeout.
Wow.
To Evan Jenkins and the Warriors.
The Warriors have no answer for Taven Miller. She is a one-woman wrecking crew.
Oh yeah, and here in the third set, down now 22 to
Yep.
23 when you
Right.
once had a 7 or 8 point lead.
Yep.
The Warriors have to dig deep. They have to find some way to get back. You know,
You know, it's funny. I would like to analogy that it's like golf. It's not how you drive, it's how you arrive, right? And this is a great example of that, where the Warriors had a great momentum going early on in the set. And of course, Maui High found a way to come back, and right now it's 23-22.
yeah, it's a tight one. And right now, Maui High is 2 points away from taking the match over the Kamehameha Warriors.
Yep.
And again, like we mentioned earlier, it's nice to have a crowd. Nice to see parents
It's so good.
being able to
You
watch
know,
their children play.
It's a missed representation.
Reese Rands with the serve. Frias controls it, and that ball is set outside to Mahidin, who elevates and hits. But there is number 13, Donnelly. Tava Miller with a big swing off the hands of Tuitele Fuquay. Tava Miller, we've been calling her name all night.
So, what do you think? You think the last point will be Tava Miller, if there is a last point? Will they go to her all the time until she gets that last point? Because right now, she's gotten them to this point right now.
Well, she's still in the front row.
Yep.
Reese Strands with the serve. Kamehameha going to Fuquay in the back. Miller digs it. It's coming to her. She takes a swing. And
game.
Frias can't get a hold of that dig. And that ball is aloha. And with that aloha point, the Maui High Sabers take it on a clean sweep. Here in set number 3, 25-22 over the home team.
What a great rally. They come again down 8 points.
Yeah.
You know, and they never lost their edge, never lost their confidence. They did what they had to do to get back in the game, and sure enough, this is the dividend of that.
Maui High coming up big.
Yep.
Looked like number 4,
kudos to Maui
Reese
High.
Strands, and number 11,
Yep.
Tava Miller, to be their go-to hitters.
Amazing.
What a great game.
So, and that is the game for tonight. So, who is their next game?
You know, I believe their next game is coming up in a few days, huh?
They play again on Thursday, I know that, against Baldwin. And right now, Baldwin is at the top of their game right now. They're at 4-0.
You know, Coach Al, wherever he goes, he always has his team ready.
Yep.
He moved from King K to Baldwin, and now Baldwin seems to be the go-to team to beat this year in the MIL.
Do you think it's the coaching?
I'm sure the coaching has a lot to do with it. Al does a great job running his club, and he filters a lot of his players who play year-round within his club. So by the time they come into season play in the MIL, they already know how, they already communicate effectively. They know how each other's
weaknesses and
they know their strengths and weaknesses. The setters know where the hitters want the ball. He's able to develop them really well.
Well, that was an amazing game, and I really enjoyed our time together, brother. I love it. This being our first time, hopefully we didn't say anything inappropriate, or I'm hoping everybody enjoyed our broadcasting. And it's great to do it with you, my friend.
Likewise, my friend. You know, we've known each other for many years.
Holy moly. We're two brothers from different mothers. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So at this moment, we'll take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break right now. Hello. Aloha, Hikako. Welcome back. What a great match we had, Tua, right?
It was amazing. And for me, again, to watch so much rallies, it was like, okay, who wants the point?
Yeah.
And it was amazing digs, amazing hits, amazing sets. We saw so many facets of the game that I've never seen before as a commentator, because I'm sitting next to a guy that's got a plethora of information on that. So, wow, there's another word. Is my nose bleeding? Can somebody give me a tissue? I'm saying words that I don't use every day, but it is amazing to work with this guy, and the game was amazing. So what was our scores?
Well, final score on the night, clean sweep by
Clean
Maui
sweep.
High Sabers over the Kamehameha Schools. Maui Warriors, 25-23 set 1, 25-17 set 2, and 25-22.
And that
set
last
3.
set was a comeback for Maui High.
Maui High did a great job minimizing their mistakes, keeping the ball in play, playing great defense, and of course, having your Terminator number 11.
Number 11.
Tava Miller
She
was on
it.
fire
She was hot.
tonight.
She was hot. And that's all you need is one person that's like a go-to, a ringer, that just gets it for everybody. And she stepped up to the plate big
She
time.
definitely did. Well, mahalo everybody. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Again, we are just the B team.
B team.
The B team.
Okay, remember
we
that.
got Kevon and the other professional
The
announcers
experts.
coming back.
Yes.
They are the A team, but we really enjoyed our time tonight.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for having
representing
us.
Kamakakua Media. Mahalo to everyone, all the students, that surround us with the cameras and the sound.
Such experts, I tell
Big
you.
shout out to all of you. Mahalo.
Yep.
And the MIL season will continue with
Yep.
more volleyball on Thursday
On
night.
Thursday night. Yep.
Hope you guys had a great one. Aloha from the two soles,
Ahui ho.
Tuitele and Tua.
Malamapono.